It's a beautiful spring day. Very much cooler than it was for a few days. It was in the 80s and there was pollen everywhere. And then starting, what's today? Today's Tuesday. Starting Sunday night, we had some rain come in, and it rained all day yesterday, stayed cloudy, washed off all the pollen, and dropped temperatures by about more than 20 degrees. And tonight, it is, well, we've got a freeze warning. So I covered the lettuces back up. I'll take you out there. Look at all the lunaria. It's so pretty. I wanted to show you what I was doing back here, but first we'll make a stop at the mulberry with all its little blossoms. Mayapple coming up there. The Solomon seal is starting to come up. But what I was doing back here, so I needed to fill up my grow bags, and I needed to still top up some of the beds out front. And I had 2 bags of potting soil left. One that was organic, one from Costco, and another one that was Espomo, whatever that brand is, that I got from, no, it was Maine Coast. It was like a real fancy one. But I didn't want to use those alone in the grow bags because there really felt like there was too much perlite in them. So I didn't want to buy more soil. And then I remembered that, so these are like the more current, very disheveled leaf bins. So while they're broken down some, they really haven't like created much soil. But I remembered I had a leaf pile here for a few years that I just sort of left. So, so I thought I would clear some of the leaves off and dig into here and see what kind of soil we have. And it's actually pretty good. There's still like root things in here and stuff, but so many worms as I was digging it up. So for the grow bags, I mixed 1 part each of the bagged potting soil that I had, or raised bed, whatever it was, and 1 part of this, so it was 1/3 of each. And then I was thinking how I wanted to top my beds off before I put in the tomatoes, and before I get cucumbers and whatnot in there. And I didn't want to, there's something that seems really weird about buying soil. I mean, I understand why we do it, but I thought I would dig up that soil and put it on the beds. And that's what I did. And I will take you out there to see. But everything's so pretty out here right now. Azaleas are starting. Here's the native persimmon. So far I'm not seeing any blossoms, but I'll show you on the Asian persimmon out front. But first you have to see, it's ridiculous. First you need to see the tomatoes downstairs. This is crazy. Look at all the pollen. Oh my God. Look at all the pollen. It's stupid. Let's go in here. The Buddha's hand has more blossoms on it, which is cool. And where this other first blossom was, almost looks like there's a little fruit forming there, which is kind of delightful, isn't it? Okay, Avery, we gotta go show them the tomatoes and then we'll go out front. Because these guys are getting ridiculous. Look at how tall these guys are. Oh my God. They really need to go outside. I'm not gonna have room for all of these in the beds, so I will probably pot up some of them and see if anybody else wants some. But yeah, We've got some jalapenos and some ancho there. The basil is getting bigger. Cosmos, calendula. There's the roselle. And then we have a few over here. What did I, oh, I did put out the borage and the hollyhocks. The eggplant are super duper slow. They're so tiny. These are the Lesia. And the two Ashe County pimentos that I didn't think I would get any to come up. There's two, there might even be a third one coming up in there. Anyway, yeah. So that's that. So let's go out front and I'll show you my grow bags and how I topped up the other beds. So nice to have sunshine today, but it's not at all warm, and it's gonna be like freeze warning tonight. So I covered the, you coming out? What you doing, Avery? I don't know where she went. Anyway, the clematis, first clematis is blooming. Oh, and I swear I saw fireflies on one of our warm nights. We're getting a lot of blossoms on the gooseberry. And there are some plums that have been hanging on here, so we'll see what happens. So here are the grow bags. So I got 3 grow bags. I'm going to be using these for the cherry tomatoes. Can't decide whether I'm going to put 1 or 2 in there. 1 is probably enough. And here, so here are the, I'm getting something stuck on me here. These look like blossom buds. And they did have some last year, but I don't think they got quite this large. I think maybe they only were about as large as this one here. So we'll see. Strawberries are looking happy enough. I'm trying to protect this cherry tree, and I may throw mesh over it this year because it's small enough to do so. Maybe I'll get some fruit. Oh, are you ready to come out now? Now you're here. Okay. Come on. The clove-scented black currant is blooming, and they really do smell good. Nothing new and exciting back there, except, well, I'll show you the ferns. The ferns are coming back, and they make me very happy. The peonies are looking kind of thin this year. So, show you what we did here. Raspberries are looking good. I took the mesh off of the beets and carrots over here. Hope the squirrels don't come and dig in there again, because that's why I had them on there. But and here, I'll show you. I'll lift this up and show you the lettuces. Every week they're a little bit bigger. I need to start picking them. I was going to pick one tonight, and then I just decided to cover them up. All the kales are getting big enough to start picking. And I rigged up my structure, if you will, for the tromboncino squash. So I will probably plant them at this end here. There are some peas, snow peas coming up right there. And I planted a bunch of hollyhock along here, as well as out front. But I planted a few of them right all along here, because I thought that would be pretty. And here is where I topped up the beds with that soil from back there. It just needed something more, and so we'll see how everything goes. The tomatoes are going to go in this one this year, and the cucumbers will go in this one. And in here I saw a bunch of tomato sprouts and cucumber sprouts coming up, but I just covered them up. Here's my one, I only have one rhubarb that came back. I thought I had others, but I'm not seeing them. So I definitely want to get another one this year. Where's the little apricots? Where are you guys? There's one. I don't know if they'll get to ripening stage or not. I might put some of that soil on here as well, because this does have a lot of that bed mix that has all the perlite in it, which I'm kind of ambivalent about. But I'm going to put another rhubarb right here because it will get better sunshine, and I'm hoping it will do better here. There's another hollyhock. These collards are blooming, so hey, why not? And then out here, you can see the Japanese maple is finally starting to turn green. All the little catkins and blossoms on the who's talking? Who's talking? Who's talking? On the oak tree. And I haven't decided what's going in what bed, but I planted more of the borage. So there's some more borage here. There's one. Where's the other one? There's another one here. Where did it go? Well, there's a hollyhock. There's a few hollyhocks in here. Anyway, so we've got hollyhocks and borage and other things in here. Okay, had to stop and chat to my neighbor there. So yeah, so there's hollyhock and borage, and then there's some snapdragons and Dara. There's some echinacea coming back. I'm seeing my California poppies coming up. I'm seeing more chamomile, which is cool. But I am gonna have to thin these guys. And I'm also seeing a lot of purple shiso as well. Dill is doing okay back there. I put the Russian chamomile over here, which is supposed to be more resistant to rust. We'll see how they do. Here's the apothecary rose. No little buds yet. Cute little tulips. I've been spraying deer repellent, so at least so far they haven't gotten anything there. And there's some hollyhocks in here. There's some California poppies coming up in here too. Let's see, did the mailman come by here yet or not? Nope, not yet, because my thing's still up. Anyway, I realized last time I made a video, I don't really give a broad panning of the garden, so it's not always easy to tell what's what. Oh, here's the choke cherry, looking very lovely. I mowed my lawn for the first time like last week, and it's ready again. But here we go. There, I'm growing Avery in the garden, right? There's bronze fennel coming up there. I have some foxgloves in here too. Is there anything to show over here? Those are the yellow coneflower. I do have some, let's see, can I get up here without falling down? I do have some more ferns coming up here, which make me happy. And there's some new bleeding heart in there too. But everything is growing. We'll see how everything does with the potential frost tonight. Oh, look. I don't know what kind those are, but they're awfully cute. Daylily. And that's it. I'm not going to show you my face today because my hair is like, wow, very crazy. But yeah, so there's kind of the overview of the garden, because I never really show it except in sections, and it's kind of fun. I know when I look at other people's gardens, I like to see like the whole thing. Yeah, so I hope spring is going well wherever you are. Not too crazy with weather or anything like that.